Back in the summer when I wrote my book review for Ruth Kelly's The Villa, it was one of the easiest I had written. If you aren't a fan of reading book reviews but want to know why you should read the novel The Villa, then keep listening. I could review the book in one word: brilliant. But that wouldn't tell you why it's brilliant, so here goes. Never having watched Love Island, but as a fan of other reality game shows and warm sunny countries in general, when this appeared in my recommended reading list, I took a look. I liked the look of the cover itself, and the promise of murder was enough to draw me in. My initial instincts weren't wrong, as when I started reading, I was hooked. To say I binged this book is probably the best way to describe my reading process. Thankfully, having a couple of quiet days helped, and I read and read because, number one, I wanted to. Number two, I needed to know what would happen next. And number three, I just couldn't stop myself. Considering, as I said before, I'm not a Love Island fan, nor have I watched The Cabin or anything similar, this had me hooked, and even wondering if I should try those sort of shows. As the front cover says, 10 contestants, 7 days, 1 prize to die for. Here's my take on those words. 10 very interesting contestants. I suspected every one of something at some point. 7 days that were not the paradise promised, more like hell. 1 prize where, as it often does, the money aspect made things get ugly. And that's what I was there for, as I love tension and, of course, murder in a story. I have to say that one of my favourite parts of doing these reviews is the conversations I have with the author as a consequence. I won't go into detail so not to create spoilers, but there was something I mentioned to Ruth in my reflection to her, and her response was that the thing had worked exactly as she'd hoped. I find it really interesting to see what inspires an author too. The background that Ruth has, having worked on Big Brother, is really evident. No amount of research beats her first-hand experience, and this experience shines through. This also helps make the setting of the show, as in the broadcast and the aspects of it being a TV show, so realistic. Further to this, the characters are just the sort of people, no offence to anyone out there that applies to these sort of shows, that might apply and get accepted onto this sort of show. People that want the money and will do pretty much anything. Of course, there are layers to the characters, and that's part of the appeal. Who are these people really, and what is their story? Are they there for love, money, or something else? In terms of what you get presented with, it's another novel with a multiple perspective style. These always get a big tick from me. In this, the perspectives are the producer, the contestant, the viewers. I thought these titles made it really unique. The different perspectives are set in different times, with the main 2 perspectives working from either end of the mystery to meet in the middle and tell the tale, until you're done, or so I thought. There's a bonus extension to after the show has ended, and I thought this was pure genius and totally unexpected. I thought it was brilliant up to that point, then it got even more brilliant. What else do you get? Well, mystery, red herrings, description of the setting, used for the villa that help the story to come alive in your mind, realistic portrayals of human emotions and relationships, and so much more. Personally, I've always struggled with books where the protagonist is unlikable, and in this I liked Laura and felt sorry for her at many points of the book. And I think this also helped my interest in the book, as I wanted to know what next and was invested in her tale. Having read a lot of books in this genre, there were a few things I had suspicions about or guessed correctly. Then, to my delight, there were things I was entirely wrong about, and I love it when a book fools me, and wow, fool me this did. Do you want to know what I mean? Or do you think you could work it all out? Because I bet you don't. Well, you'll just have to read it for yourself. The Villa is available on Amazon in Kindle format and also as a physical book, as well as being sold in bookshops. Ruth has also recently released The Escape, which I will be reviewing on my blog and here on my YouTube channel soon. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with another review soon.